Alex Monroe didn't believe in ghosts, just creaky floorboards, leaky pipes, and forgotten stories. So when he signed a lease on apartment 4B in the old Harrington complex, he brushed off the landlord's warning. Walls here, remember things the man had whispered. Alex laughed it off, tossed his keys in his coat, and moved in the next day. The apartment was small, faded wallpaper, scratched wood floors, and a smell like old books and winter air. But it was quiet, too quiet. No neighbor noise, no city sounds, just silence. That night, as Alex unpacked, he dropped a coffee mug. It shattered on the floor. He cursed loudly. From behind the wall, a low whisper responded, "Watch your step." Alex froze. He hadn't spoken that loud, and no one else was supposed to be on that floor. If the walls whispered back, would you keep unpacking? The next morning, Alex tried to forget the whisper. He blamed stress. Maybe a neighbor's TV through the vents. Old buildings do weird things. But that excuse vanished when he pulled open the hallway closet. Something rattled inside the drywall. A loose panel near the floor popped open. Inside, a shoebox stuffed with old cassette tapes. Dozens of them. No labels. Just dates written in pencil. Curiosity won. He borrowed a tape player from a thrift store and sat on the couch. The first tape loaded. Click. Static. Then a woman's voice. Soft. Breathy. He comes home drunk again. Then a man. "You think I don't see you watching?" Another tape. Click. Footsteps. Sobbing. Something slamming. It wasn't TV. These were real. And they weren't acting. They were arguments. Secrets. Confessions. Tapes from this very apartment. Alex glanced around. The wallpaper. The floorboards. How many voices had these walls heard? If you found tapes of someone else's life, pain, fear, guilt, would you keep listening? By the end of the week, Alex had listened to 14 tapes. The voices became familiar. The woman, her name was Lily. The man, Marcus. Their lives played out in fragments. At first, ordinary arguments. Then things got darker. Accusation. Cries. Long silences broken by sudden shouting. Tape 15 started differently. Alex. He hit pause. Rewound. Alex, don't trust the wall. His blood ran cold. That wasn't Lily or Marcus. That was new, recent. He yanked the tape out and examined it. It had today's date scratched faintly in pen, but he hadn't recorded anything. He hadn't even left the apartment. He loaded the next tape. Silence. Then more static. Then a low voice. "You're not the first to hear us." The walls creaked. Not randomly. In rhythm. Like breathing. He stood still, barely inhaling, eyes scanning the room. Had someone recorded that message while he slept? Or was something listening and responding? If a place started speaking to you by name, would you stay to hear the rest? Alex couldn't sleep. Every creak in the walls felt like a whisper held back. At 2:17 a.m., he sat up. A soft tapping echoed through the floorboards, like footsteps, pacing just beneath his bed. He grabbed a flashlight and followed the sound. It led to the hallway closet. Again, but this time, something had shifted. The back panel, now slightly ajar, revealed not just insulation, but an opening. A narrow crawl space. Dust thick in the air, wires dangling from old fixtures. At the far end, a locked door. He kicked it once, twice. It gave way. A hidden room. No windows. Soundproofed walls. The walls covered in more tapes. Hundreds, hanging like strange wallpaper. And in the center, a chair bolted to the floor. Microphones facing it from all angles. It wasn't a hiding spot. It was a recording studio, but not for music. The chair had dried restraints on the arms. This place hadn't just listened. It had watched, recorded, captured. Would you step inside or call the cops and walk away forever? Alex didn't sleep the next night or the one after. The tapes kept changing. He'd play one, it would sound familiar. Play it again, and the voices were different. Sometimes crying, sometimes whispering his name, sometimes just breathing. He tried to leave, packed a bag, but when he opened the front door, the hallway was gone. Only blackness, an empty void where the building should be. He stepped back in, heart racing. The tape player clicked on by itself. A voice, his own. "I'm still here." Then another voice. "You moved in. You listened. That means you belong." He screamed, unplugged the machine, smashed it against the wall. The sound didn't stop. It was in the walls now. He ran to the crawl space, back to the hidden room. The chair faced the doorway this time, and a single tape sat on the seat. It was unlabeled. He picked it up, clicked it into a handheld recorder. A voice whispered, "We needed someone new." The door slammed behind him. No one has heard from Alex Monroe since. But if you go to apartment 4B today, people say you can still hear a tape playing, over and over, and on it, your name. If you want to hear more haunted stories like this, subscribe to Unseen Evidence before something hears you first.